Or welcome back to another session. Today is July 4th, but I'm just going to take the time to just progress through this Udemy course, even if it's just a little. Alright, so where we last left off was we did create a second level, which was this weird looking shape. And I think now we're going to go over the how to play sound effects. And I think there's 3 terms that he mentioned. Well, let me bring it up. I think it was audio listener, audio clip, and audio player. Maybe double check. Oh no, it's audio listener, audio clip, and audio source. So in our camera, we have an audio listener, which listens, I guess, to any audio that's can be played in this scene. And then in our ball, we do have an audio source that we've added yesterday. And yeah, we're going to learn how to do that. And we also got this from the Udemy course. It's a resource file of some sample sound effects. Alright, let's get right into it. These are the supported formats that Unity can read in terms of audio files. I don't think you can hear it. Let me quickly change that for just a moment. So this is what it sounds like. Alright. So this is used like for background music when we want the music to load when the scene is loaded. But for a sound effect like this, we want to make the noise when it makes contact with one of the blocks. So we're going to be adding the logic for the sound in the ball script. Alright, so he mentioned that if we're gonna play a sound on collision, then what do we have to do? So he also mentioned this method that we've done during our block script, which is this one. So we have an on collision enter, and we're essentially going to be using the same one. Wait, let me just change something quickly. Preferences, settings, autosave. Yeah, window, because I usually do this and then it saves. It should save. Yeah, but can I use the font? Oh, yeah, cool. Alright, so we're gonna need this method here, the onCollision entity, which essentially listens to any collisions. Well, it doesn't listen to any collision, but rather, I guess this is part of the collider property, and essentially, this method gets called when it collides with a different object. So, void on collision enter to B, and then collision to B, and then I'll say, instead of calling it just collision, we could say other, right? Because it's the other thing that it's referencing to the other object that we collided with. In this case, if a ball collides with a box, we want to play a sound, I guess. I'm not sure how to play the sound though. I mean, let's try to figure it out then. Audio. What was it? It was an audio source. Audio source. Maybe we can look at the class, read the documents of it to see how to play music. So let's just. An audio source is. Oh wait, is there 2D? Oh no, I think it's for both. So an audio source is attached to a game object for playing backgrounds in a 3D environment. Huh. Does it matter? I think 3D and 2D, right? We need to have an audio listener, which is our game camera. The audio listener is normally attached to the camera that you want to use. Whether sounds are played in 3D or 2D determined by audio importer settings. You can play single audio using play, pause, and stop. You can also adjust its volume while playing using the volume property, or seek using time. Multiple sounds can be played on the audio source using play one shot. So multiple sounds can be played. You can play a clip at a static position in 3D space. We're not going to be using 3D, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we have a boolean. The toggle is set to true. Let's look at the method. So plays the clip, but we need to get the clip. I wonder if we had to do something like audio source, audio source, and play clip, and it just reads whatever. Actually, wait, no, it has to be an object for this though. So we have to get the reference to this specific audio source in order to play, in order for them to, to make it know which file we want to play, right? So m audio source get component audio source. Oh. Okay, what is audio source? There it is. Let me just put that over there, and let's see, audio source. Yeah, let's make it a global variable. Here, our state. So wait, audio source my audio source, and then in here, or on start, we should initialize it, and the audio source equals get component audio source. So I realized that get component like actually gets the component that we've stated in our inspector. But to double check, let's go read the documents. Get component unity. So returns the component of type if the game object has one attached, null if it doesn't. So it's kind of like the this property, except we can actually get any property we want from, if it contains it. Like in our case, it does have an audio clip. So that's what we do. Our get component. Wait. So we don't just say that we don't play the clip, we play the whole audio source. Alright, is there even such thing as an audio clip class? Oh, we do. Public methods, get data, set data, unload data, load data. So yeah, it seems like the audio listener or audio source just is the whole thing. So if we just say play like this, audio dot play. Now let's see this is compiled properly. If not, then we're just gonna continue with the tutorial. Nice. What the? Oh, yeah, I see. Wait, why doesn't it update for the first level? Oh wait, what's this? Value cannot be null. Oh yeah, because we went back to level 1. So on level 2, oh, because we added this ball is different from the other ball. Dang it, we gotta update the prefab. Oh, were we supposed to do it here? My bad. Alright, instead of doing it here, you're supposed to do it. Alright, it's just gonna audio source. Turn this off because it's not music. Do click, and now it should work. Oh, wow, actually. Come on. Oh, dang, it's so fast. Alright. So, yeah, I guess it works, but, you know, it was still making that noise, even if it was touching the walls and the paddle. So now what we gotta do, if I remember correctly, is if other, man, it's been a while. I'm gonna try to get the name of the collision. I know we can do that with the block right here. Oh, here it is. So the collision, we have to have reference to the game object and then get its name value, which returns a string. So name here refers to the name here. Alright, so we named it. Oh wait, actually that might be an issue considering these aren't just any blocks, they're block 12, block 13. Alright, well that might cause some trouble. So now I'm thinking that maybe, because I do know about tagging, because I did try to learn Unity before this series, and we could also do that. We can also make sure that if there's a certain tag, like let's go add one. I feel like he's gonna add one anyways. But like let's say a block tag, right? So now you have a block tag, and then for all of these, just highlight all of them except the game camera, set the tag to block. So now all of these should have blocks, and you know we should also put it block. That probably would have been faster. Well, at least now we also made the blocks in the, oh wait, not all of them, but essentially now we know the tag for each block, so we can say that. Okay. So we have to open, if we do collision.gameObject.tag, is that a thing? Let's go try it out. Properties, we have name. Can we get tag? Oh yeah, we can. So we can get the tag. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna do it like this. We're just gonna do it like this now. So if other game object, oh yeah, it's a property, not a method. Tag, it's a property still. Is a tag a string? Yeah, it's a string. Alright, cool. So then we have to do equals block so this is play the click sound only when the ball collides with blocks. Alright, cool. Let's, so it's going to compile. Let's see if it still works. Hopefully it does. Nice. And it doesn't. Oh, it still works. Oh right, I keep forgetting that. Like, because they're not really disconnected if you change one thing. Only that one single property gets disconnected from everybody else. So even if I change the color of these two, and you know, this is the block prefab, everything else is still connected. So if I change something different, if I change like the size of the block, all of these would still change even though the colors differ. Prefabs are OP, dang. So yeah, let's continue with the tutorial. So this is what he's doing. Get component, huh? Oh, right, right. So you're saying, yeah, get component is just used to grab like a property of the object that, yeah, the property of our object. Also, he doesn't make a global variable. I guess that's probably a lot better. Alright, so seems like it's fine for the ball to make that sound when it hits the paddle. So we gotta change that too now. Which shouldn't be that hard, I guess, because we can just go to paddle. We can go with the name itself for now, but I assume the tag would be better. But yeah, anyways, we could do this or other dot game object dot name dot equals paddle. So let me just try that out. Did it not compile? That's weird. Oh, now it compiled. Alright. Whoa. Wait. Wait, what? Alright, there's a little bit of glitch happening there. Alright, so now the task or the challenge is to make sure that the sound doesn't play before launching the ball, because it can occur considering that any kind of collision will start the sound. And in the beginning, if we had our ball just a little bit closer to the paddle, it's gonna play the sound, which happened. So we gotta make sure that the ball has been launched. So maybe a boolean, like we can create like a boolean value like this. Bool has started. Wait, is that already? Oh, it does. We already have it. It's right here. So then all we gotta do is essentially first we gotta do parentheses here. It's just kind of messy, I guess, but it's fine, I guess, for now. Has started. So now it's gonna make sure that it's either a block or a paddle, and that already has started. And let's see it. I mean, I shouldn't really see a big difference. It's unfortunate you can't hear it. Let me just, for now, I'm just gonna let the volume play out the screen. So this is what it sounds like. So far it seems to be working properly. Oh, I missed. Oh, 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 alright. So I think that might be the solution, but let's go see. Let's go check it out. Alright, we completed this part. So wait, it says play random sound from array. Not sure how that will work. Play random sound from array. Huh. What the heck? So you can't hear it, but basically the sound is changing every time it collides with something. I guess I could try to figure it out. Maybe it'll help me learn this, because he already said to play a random sound in an array. I'm not sure the library to use for C#. I know in Java there's a random class, and it'll generate a random number between a certain value and whatnot. And an array is a data structure that we can essentially store multiple objects into a single, multiple of the same type of objects into the same array. So I'm gonna think about it. How would we can store an integer. Wait, does audio source have a load, like load method? So this is audio source. All right, cool. There's properties. Let's get method. So we have pause, play, stop, unpause. So yeah, I think we have to do the audio clip for this one. So we got get data and then set data. So fills an array with sample data from the clip. All right, then we have load audio data. Loads the audio data of a clip. Clips that have preload audio data. Set will load the audio data automatically. Clips that have preload audio. Huh. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. So I think where we last left off, we're trying to figure out how to, like, before he teaches us, I do want to try to at least think about it. So at least, even if I get it wrong or like I get lost, I'll at least, meld my brain to a thinking state in which will help me remember the solution better. So if you want to load an image randomly in an array, you first need to store the audio clips in an array. So we do know we can get the component using the get component and then audio source. I figure we would need to do that for the audio clip. So yeah, so maybe we need to create like an array of audio clips. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have an audio clip and my audio clips. I think this is how you do an array in C#. You have to declare it over here. I usually declare it over there. I don't know if it makes a difference. Alright, so we have an audio clips and we're gonna instantiate it here essentially. Can we somehow get all the audio clips in the audio folder? Is there a way to get that directory and get all of its files and store it onto here? So m audio clips equals new audio clip. We have to put the size, right? Dang it. For now, I'll put it as a static variable, so we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we should put 5 here. And yeah. Alright, so now we want to store. I guess it should also be in the star as well. Let me just create it in its own thing. Load audio clips. Or store audio clips. So place it there. I'm just gonna move this up. Oops. Right. So we got the audio clips, and now we gotta store them. So I wonder if it's like how to get a reference to the specific file. How to get a reference to file in a folder. Unity. So is this load asset at path, string asset path and type. Oh yeah, people are loading up their fireworks right now, so it might get pretty loud. Hopefully I finish by then. Returns the first asset object at type at given asset path. So just the first one, but how about like everything? Asset load, asset sample. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop it here maybe, like in terms of working on this. Not the project itself, but like coming up with an idea on how to solve this solution. But what I originally had in mind was to be able to go to the audio and then store these references for each store references to each audio file and then have it here. Then I'm going to use the audio clip to, like during on collision, it would randomly load a new clip from here onto the audio clip property in the audio source property. I think that's how you say it. And then it would play it. That's my original plan, but I think for now, before it gets too complicated, like trying to figure out like paths and figuring out what like this stuff is, I'm just gonna see what they do. Oh, I see. So by serializing a field, we can actually create the reference for each of them by being able to store them through the inspector. So in our ball, we would have, in our script for the ball, we'll have, alright, I think I got it. Because that was the only thing I was having trouble with. In terms of like coming up with a solution right away. So for now, I think this would be the fun I want. So audio clips. So now we can store them. So if we put it here, did I get a compile issue? Hopefully not. It's saved. Alright, now compile. Alright, so, we have a compiler issue. Cannot implicitly. Oh, right. This, and we don't need that. Sure. We can actually like create the size of the array through the dynamic, or not dynamically, but like. We can create new space in our inspector. Why isn't it running? So save, compile. Cool. All right. So we gotta go back to the hierarchy or the screen. We click on ball. Now we can do audio clips. So we have to declare the size, I feel like. Right now it's empty, but we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go to the audio, and we just drag each one of them, which is a lot easier. But I would be curious how you would do it in code. So now we have all of them, right? We have all reference to each of them. Awesome. So let's clean it up a bit. I think it's fine. So this has to change a bit. Well, not really. You would have to declare it. Alright, I'm thinking. So we need to generate a random. How do you generate randoms in oh wait, didn't we generate a random? We had mathf.clamp, which returns, well, no, that's for this one. So it returns a value between a certain range. It'll only return a value between a certain range, but that's not random. But we well, actually no, I think we didn't use a random like library. We actually created our own random algorithm, and I'm referring to the wizard, the number wizards game, in which we had to guess the number of the user. But we did actually, wait a minute, we did implement that feature. Let's go see. Let's go. Open recent scene. Open project. Oh right, I have it removed. Let's just search it up. Alright. So we have random unity. Random.Range. Oh, is that easy? And it's inclusive and then exclusive. Cool. Alright, so we're just gonna do like this. Int, let's say play index equals random. You probably need to implement the, or add the library to the namespace. So it's going to be 0 to 5. No, it's not going to go up to 5 because then that would be an index out of bounds error. 5 is exclusive, so it'll only go up to 4. So now we gotta do M audio clips. Because we could load audio data. Oh wait, no we can't. Never mind. Alright, now I'm stuck thinking. So now I'm thinking, how do we, load a new audio clip in the audio source? Is there anything here? Enable tag, play clip at point. Destroy, instantiate. No, that's for the whole audio source object. Doppler level, ignore, is playing, loop, max, mute, pitch, priority, spread, time, volume, velocity. Yeah, I don't know. But I do know the next step would be for me to just load the audio clip and then make sure that it, like every time it collides, right, it's going to generate a random number, and then depending on this number, it'll play the clip at that index, which is generated by a random number. So it does play a random sound each time it hits a block, or it hits the block or paddle. So let's go see what he does. That's actually a better name. Play one shot. What's that? Oh, I see. So using play one shot, make sure that the sound effect goes through without being interrupted if a new sound is to be played. Huh. So does that mean like per object only one sound can be playing? Considering like by default, if we use the play method, it would only play that one sound, but then if our ball, like let's say, hits another block, it interrupts the previous sound value or sound and plays a new sound. So that makes me think that only like it can only play one sound per, I guess. That probably doesn't make any sense. Alright, so yeah, that's actually cool. So let's see. Play. It's called Play One. Wait, did it froze? Play One Shot. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at the document for that. Play One Shot. So it takes an audio clip and then volume. That's perfect, actually. Holy moly. Plays an audio clip and scales the audio source volume by volume scale. That's perfect. That's perfect for what I had in mind. Even though I guess the name wasn't that intuitive, like I would never have thought to use this. Like just by looking at the properties and the methods, I didn't see that. So let's try that actually. So it is expecting an object to be passed, which is an audio clip and a volume. I think default might be 1. I'm not sure. So then all we need to do would be to get our array of audio clips. You know, I'm just gonna change it. Ball sounds, because that's more intuitive. So then get ball sounds play index and then 1f, I guess. Unless does it tell you like the default value? Does not cancel clips that already been played. So I think, yeah, 1 is the default. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how this works before looking at this. Alright, let's go. But you can't hear it. But yeah, none of the sounds are playing. Oh, because it hasn't been compiled, has it? Let me... Come on. Compile. Actually, it should be compiled. Because in order for me to play it, it would compile. So it says index bounds out of error. Really? How? Did I read that right? It's exclusive. Oh, it's inclusive. My bad, my bad. Alright, then we gotta do it like this. Alright, now it should probably work. I said exclusive. I think that might have been for the mathf.clamp, which was used to make sure that the paddle doesn't exit off the screen. But I still don't hear a sound, so it's still saying it's an index array. So it's saying line, this line right here. Oh, weird. That's a prefab, right? So in here... Oh, is it because I changed the name? So it should have it too now, right? Yeah, it does. Alright, so we go to audio. Whoa, what happened to it? Oh, there it is. There it is. So 1, 2. Yeah, we should lock that. Here we go, prefab. We'll lock this. Go to audio. SF click. Click 2, 3, and chunks. Alright, cool. Now it should work. Let me, I guess, you hear the volume. Oh, so it does change. Oh, oh. Cool, 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 cool. It actually does look better though. That's actually way better. I didn't think about that. So instead of saying for making it all static like, let's make it more dynamic. Let's have ball sounds length. Oh, it's capitalized. Wait, is it a method or is it a... It is a method. No, it's not. It's just a property. I'm gonna change it to that. I like that. That's actually looks pretty clean. So we at least understand what is happening. Like just this by itself. Like, what is this? Ball sounds play index. What? But if we play audio clip, then yeah. So audio clip random clip equals ball sounds so now it generates a range between 0 and the length of the ball sounds, and then returns a... Wait, should it be -1 since it is inclusive? I wonder if he does that. Because the length should return 5, but it's inclusive, so we shouldn't want that. So yeah, I think this is the way to go. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, this looks way more clean than the way I had it. And more like, oh yeah, we're gonna play random clip with a 1F default volume. And we're gonna make sure that it can't get interrupted. Oh, you don't need the volume. That makes things better. my audio clip, my audio source. So yeah, that was the challenge. Basically, what we did, in our inspector, we edited the prefab version because we might use this ball in the next scene, and reusing this prefab would be a lot easier than having to set it up over and over again every time we create a new scene. So yeah, we added the sounds from our audio file into the prefab ball object, and now we got reference to all the sounds that we have, and we could also include more because the way the lecturer had it, he made sure to at least make it so that it's dynamic and adjust the random value so that it takes into account new sounds that we want to implement in the future. And we use this play one shot to make sure that the clip of interest that we want to play doesn't get interrupted by a new sound. Because like he also gave this example. Like imagine, like, let's say the enemy gets killed and he screams like ah, but then another enemy gets killed before he completes the full ah. It gets interrupted with a new ah, so it'll sound like ah. So it's gonna sound very weird. So play one shot makes it a lot nicer, I guess. So yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go. Continue. So I'm just gonna finish this video and then I'll end it for today, since we only got like 40 seconds left. And yeah. But he says he cached it, like, so we initialize so that we can, so whenever the ball gets created, it'll store those images into or not images, audio clips, or audio source rather. And yeah, so it makes sure that everything is loaded during the start of the loading of the scene. Alright, so I'm just gonna end it here now. Hope you guys have a good July 4th, and I'll catch you later. Peace.